Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? What we're going to talk about today is what people are seeing and experiencing in everyday life when it comes to being of the prepared mind. And I get sent pictures and videos and emails, and if you would like to do so, my email's in the description box below. So this first email comes in from a community member, and she sent me this picture of Johnny Depp, and it's of him from Pirates of the Caribbean. And it says, pirates are taking over Oakland estuary marinas. Yes, pirates. The local and federal authorities say it's getting so bad the U.S. Coast Guard is deploying help to patrol the area. Boat owners attacked by pirates, said Oakland Mayor Sheng Thao. There are no excuses for that. From shipwrecks to sunken sailboats to pirate attacks, the shoreline around the Oakland estuary is seeing a new level of violence that's leaving the area torn up and trashed. The irony is it's happening right in front of one of the agencies responsible for addressing it. I've heard it's gotten to the point of near fistfights on docks, said the former harbor master Brock Lappe, L-A-P-P-E. The vessels abandoned are covered in graffiti, left like a battleground scene from an action movie. Wait, I thought the Oakland Raiders had moved to Las Vegas in 2020. Now they're back in any case, gooder and harder California. My. So here is a email from a community member, and he sent me some things, and he said, here is a meme I came up with after watching your Smarty Pants video. I'm not suggesting that 9/23/23 is the rapture, although it would be nice. However, the late Dr. Jack Von Imp used to say we would know when it was close. See the two attachments. Okay, and the one attachment says, the day of the Lord. But concerning the times and the seasons, brethren, you have no need that I should write to you, for you yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so comes as a thief in the night. For when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes upon them, as labor pains upon a pregnant woman, and they shall not escape. But you, brethren, are not in darkness, so that this day should overtake you as a thief. You are all sons of the light and sons of the day, and we are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep as others do, but let us watch and be sober. For those who sleep, sleep at night. Those who get drunk are drunk at night. But let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love as a helmet of hope and salvation. But for God did not appoint us to wrath, but to obtain salvation through our Lord Jesus Christ, who died for us, that whether we wake or sleep, we should live together with him. And then here is the meme that he sent me for a commercial break. So here is an email from a community member, and this has to do with her husband being a truck driver for Walmart. And she had emailed recently about the Walmart truckers being idle. She said, I wish I knew why Walmart was so slow. They don't give their drivers any answers. When my husband is sitting idle at his home distribution center, he does not get paid. He could be sitting for a day or two and won't get paid. Everything everywhere is getting crazy. I quit my job at car repo lot. My safety was at risk. Oh, girl, yes. I had a young man pull a, pew pew on you. No kidding. I kept talking to him calmly until he settled down. Then he had the nerve to tell me I reminded him of his mother. Oh boy, he has got mommy issues, huh? I looked at him and asked, so you'd shoot your mother? It's bad everywhere. People's tempers are getting the better of them. Be safe out there. Thank you again for all you do. Well, thank you for emailing me. Oh my good Lord. I'm so glad you're safe. Well, I hope you guys are ready to be inspired, because this community member sent in some really awesome pictures. She said, I've been canning up harvest soup, pumpkin, acorn squash, apples, and sweet potato with onion. Oh, that sounds yummy. Sugar, nutmeg, cinnamon, and cloves to taste. Pressure can at your altitude for 75 minutes for quarts, 60 minutes for pints. all free from farmers market, that has been in the freezer for the past 2 years. Jars too were given dug out of the dirt in an old barn, but all sealed. God bless. How beautiful. So let's keep going with that inspiration, shall we? She said, "It's me again. Two times the charm in a day. Just had a tad about me. I'm 56, a mother of five grown sons." Oh, God bless you. She said, all my heart are these guys. 12 grandbabies, 13th due in December. Oh, God bless you, girl. She said, "I had all my 5 by the time I was 23 with my husband, and I learned how to manage food and savings together with homemade everything. So that being said, I am frugal. I was a barista for Starbucks many years ago, and I could buy reduced coffee when they put it out, etc., or farm fresh to would reduce. My point is, I've had these coffees now 12 plus years, and they're still fresh." Really? 12 years and they're still fresh? Okay. "People, stop throwing away expired anything, please. My testament on coffee. House smells like a coffee shop." I love it. I love it. And now for a commercial break. Okay, so here's an email from a community member along with some pictures. She said, "I work in the library of a Title I public middle school in Maryland. We were told to weed our nonfiction books by the date. So do you have to go?" Oh, okay. She said, "We have weeded almost 4,000 books so far this year. I think we're using the 2010. Okay, because the last time I heard it was by 2008. So you guys are going by 2010. Okay. "We had the Harry Potter book removed from our library, supposedly due to reference regarding homosexuality." There's no homosexuality in Harry Potter. "The Hunger Games were removed due to violence. Decision was made by American Library Association. We also had The Boy in the Striped Pajamas removed because it direct referenced the Holocaust." Are they? I'm not even going to touch that one, but I think you know what I'm thinking. "The book has literally been banned, not for any graphic references, but for its message. It was a tender story of friendship, and now it's gone. The books on the top shelves were sent out for surplus, aka trash. Thanks for covering this subject. I think parents should be aware of this trend." You're welcome. This is breaking my heart. This is breaking my heart because the books that we grew up with, okay, and I'm not talking about the Harry Potters, I'm not talking about the Hunger Games or any of that. I'm talking about the books that we grew up with, the books that we read when we were in English class or English literature or whatever the case may be, whether it be Romeo and Juliet. I remember, okay, 9th grade, 8th grade going into 9th grade, okay, because I went from public school to Catholic school. I remember the list of the books that I had to read, okay. I had to read Jonathan Livingston's Seagulls. I had to read Lord of the Flies. I had to read, oh good Lord, I had to read Of Mice and Men, and then there was a 4th book that I had to read, and I had to read them all within that summer before I started 9th grade, because on the first week of 9th grade for Catholic school, we got tested on all of those books. We had to do book reports on all the books, and we had to get tested on all of those books. And there was the fourth book. What was the fourth book? I'll remember it. And this is really like hitting close to home. It really is, because, you know, the books that we grew up with, they would consider offensive today. And they're not offensive. You know, these books have been around for so long. Why now? Why all of a sudden? And I'll never understand it. I'll never, ever understand it. So here are the two pictures that she sent me of her library that she works at in her school. Catcher in the Rye. That was the other one. I can't believe what I did was I went to my old high schools because they still put up the syllabus. I went to my old high school's website, and I'll tell you what they want the kids to read for this year. For freshman year, Tuesdays with Maury, Speak, and Night. For sophomore, of Beatles and Angels, A Boy's Remarkable Journey from a Refugee Camp to Harvard. The next one is Catcher in the Rye. The next one is The Book Thief. For junior year, the next one is A Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. The next one is The Life of Pi. The next one is by Orwell, 1984. The next one is In Cold Blood by Capote. I Am Malala, The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks, Bird by Bird, Some Instructions on Writing and Life. Then for seniors, In Cold Blood, Kite Runner, Night, and The Haunting of Hill House. A Raisin in the Sun, The Alchemist, The Kite Runner, and The Bone Setter's Daughter. So those are the books that, for my old high school in New Jersey, that's what the kids are reading for this year. Or, you know, that's what they read this year to start, because school started, because they start the day after Labor Day in New Jersey. So it just goes to show what, you know, Catholic school is allowing and other schools are not allowing. Yeah, but Catcher in the Rye was the other one. So this community member, she sent this picture to me, and she goes, "Hey, Catitude, what's new?" I love her cats. They're so cute. Nothing much, Catitude. What's next with you? Hi, Penelope. And this email comes in from a community member, and he always does my memes for me. And we were talking about this, and I'm actually going to do a mention this in a video that's coming up. And he said, well, that didn't take long. I thought that we had weeks to go until we hit the $33 trillion mark on the U.S. Department clock. Nope, it's over 33 now. Unless the dollar crashes tomorrow, I guess my theory was wrong. John, you know, what always gets me is that you're not wrong, okay? You have been dead on balls accurate for a lot of things. And it's not that the dollar is not crashing. It's trickle, 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 trickle. You know what I mean? So it's unfortunately, it's getting there. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so this comes in from a community member, and she said, I have some urgent Chase Bank customer warnings, and I hope no one hit accept on the disclosure agreement, especially if you have a business account and a mortgage with them. You could lose everything. They are doing like all the banks, trying to bind us in their digital scam, yet they are taking it to a new low. If you accept, you are allowing an audit and giving them what they call limited power of attorney. Ouch. In the disclosure, it states they are your attorney and you are giving them power of attorney. For what, it's not clear, but I guarantee it's not for any good. This is for anyone with any kind of account, including credit cards. They also start charging for every transaction and load more fees. You cannot purchase from international businesses or do business with international, period. Once again, complete control over your finances, and they are not liable for anything. Please, I urge everyone to read the fine print and raise hell. Drop accounts with them as fast as you can. If you can't, don't hit accept. Talk to a lawyer. This is fraud. To have the nerve to pull this is disgusting. I attached the entire disclosure for Chase Bank customers. This is getting nuts. Wow. Okay. It's limited power of attorney. It says, in order to enable us to provide certain aspects of the service, you authorize each of us, an aggregation vendor, to A, provide authorizations on your behalf with eligible custodian. To the extent you do not do so directly, B, request customer data pursuant to those authorizations. C, utilize the transmitted customer data to create aggregated data as may be required to provide the service aggregation reports, aggregation enabled services. To give the effect to the foregoing, you hereby grant each of us, the aggregation vendor, a limited power of attorney and appoint each of us an aggregation vendor as your true lawful attorneys in fact and agents, each with authority to act independently or jointly as your true and lawful attorneys in fact and agents, with full power of substitution and resubstitution for you and your name, place, and stead in any and all capacities, to enter into agreements with eligible custodians, request customer data, use customer data, all as described as the preceding sentence, and notwithstanding any privacy commitments previously made to you, with the full power and authority to do and perform each and every act and thing requisite and necessary to be done in connection with such activities, as fully to all intents and purposes as you might or could do in person. You understand, now this next part is all in caps, you understand, acknowledge, and agree that when we or aggregation vendor is providing such authorizations and requesting information from eligible custodians, we or aggregation vendor, as applicable, is acting as your agent and not the agent of or on behalf of the eligible custodian. You hereby agree that each eligible custodian shall be entitled to rely on the foregoing authorizations, agency appointment, and limited power of attorney granted by you to us, an aggregation vendor, for all purposes hereunder. You understand that eligible custodians are not involved in providing the data aggregation service and do not endorse or sponsor the data aggregation service, nor do we endorse or recommend the services of any eligible custodian. Holy smackarola. This goes on and on and on. I mean, right to audit, termination, suspension, assignment, survival, notice of claims, waiver, servability. Woo! And my meme guy is at it again. He said, I just viewed your video showing robots being attacked and robbed. What you may not be aware of is that Pizza Hut is already working to address this issue. Here is their prototype, PH209 delivery robot. Scheduled for rollout in Los Angeles by year's end. It comes equipped with 6 20mm cannons, 2 40mm grenade launchers, and a flamethrower. The flamethrower can be served as dual use. It can also help keep the order from getting cold in transit. So this was sent in by a community member. Here's another ban for ya. And before I go, there's going to be a link in the description box below. Okay, and this is to help out a community member. And she said, my name is Angel, and I'm a subscriber of yours. And I reached out to you on different occasions for different things. Yes, you have. And she said, I'm reaching out to you now. If I'm out of line, you can tell me. No, you are not out of line. Okay? When anyone reaches out to me, just know that you are never out of line, that this is why I'm here. Okay? I'm here to help. All right? She said, I was recently injured at work, and I work at McDonald's. I sprained my ankle severely, and the doctor said it would have been better if I had just broken it. Wow. I'm going to be off work for several weeks, and I'm really scared because I have no money. I've been living paycheck to paycheck, and I have nothing saved up, and I'm filing for workman's comp. However, it's going to take quite a long time for me to see any type of money from them. I've been praying, and I decided to make a GoFundMe account. And I was wondering if maybe you could mention that on your channel, and maybe share it on YouTube and possibly on Facebook. You can read my email, and I'm completely okay with that. I live in Ohio. I have 3 children, and I still live at home. I am married. My husband is currently... Okay. I live with my elderly aunt, and needless to say, I am the breadwinner. I'm very scared on how I'm going to pay monthly expenses for the month. The proceeds, if I receive any at all, will go into paying my rent and paying my car payment, pay my car insurance, my phone bill, providing food for the month, and other bills that I have acquired that have to be paid so I don't lose things. I understand this is probably a lot to ask, and some people may find it out of line, and I apologize if you do so. It's not out of line. Everybody needs help every once in a while, okay? There is no shame in asking for help. Never is there any shame in asking for help, okay? She said if you are able to share my link, and I will, it'll be in the description box below, no worries, okay? She said I would greatly appreciate it. I have nowhere to turn, and I'm scared that I will lose everything, and that me and my children will not eat. Thank you in advance for at least reading my email, and I wish you the best. God bless. Well, God bless you, Angel, okay? Have no worries, all right? We have a wonderful community here, okay? Have no worries, okay? All right, guys, I'm out of here. I will see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping. And as always, fearless. Ciao.